Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking about confidence.
What's poppin'? Just like, ooh, what's poppin'? I like you.
Yes, you didn't hear that right. Confidence. Sounds better? No? Well, it sounds better under confidence. So, confidence. Today we are going to be talking about confidence, which is something which is pretty low in a lot of us in nowadays. So, what is actually confidence? Confidence is the innate ability of yourself to trust yourself, to rely on yourself. It's basically when you feel like you can pull yourself through any situation you're put into and you know that you're going to successfully come out of it. You're going to make the best out of it. That's confidence. And this is something that a lot of us lack in today's world. And this is closely tied to a lot of things like low self esteem and low self love, but it's very common. Every day, I guarantee there's one person you would see who seems like they're underconfident, or there's one person, friend, family, coworker who's gonna come up to you and they're gonna tell you, I feel very underconfident today. Or this one person could be you. So, what are some causes of you feeling underconfident? Why is it that we feel like we have low self confidence? This is something like when you walk into your workplace and you see everyone around you succeeding, getting the bag, getting more bonus, and you feel like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. No, this is low self confidence. You need to walk in there like a queen and you need to tell them, okay, I deserve this bonus, I've done so and so. And being successful or being loved or being praised is not something that's only limited. This is a belief that a lot of people actually have, that they need to let go of before they actually feel that they're successful, they're confident. It's that success or love is not something that's limited. It's not like you're as better as somebody else. You're only good enough as long as you're better than somebody else. No. Someone else, your coworker, can get a great bonus, they can get recognition, they can get appreciation, and so can you. It's not limited. So let go of that belief. Now, we're going to talk about some causes of why you feel underconfident so that we can actually work on the problem and then improve your confidence. So, the first thing is low self esteem. Self esteem is how much you trust your abilities, which is a major determinant of your confidence. If you're struggling with low self esteem, I made a whole video about it previously that you can go look at. It has some tips and tricks on how to improve your self esteem, and you can just watch that. Cutting to the chase, low self love. That is also another major determinant in your low self confidence. Imagine you don't love yourself, you don't value yourself, you don't know what you deserve. How in the world are you gonna have good self confidence? How in the world are you gonna walk in and tell people that you deserve more when you don't yourself know that you deserve more, right? So, these are some major causes of low self confidence. Working on yourself, improving your self love, improving your self esteem is going to be directly correlational to improving your self confidence. Some tips and tricks on how to improve your self confidence and some tips and tricks that I personally applied are going to be here. Okay, first step that you can actually look at is knowing yourself. When you know yourself thoroughly, you know yourself completely, you do not believe what other people tell you. If I am someone who doesn't know myself, if I am not sure if I'm a good person, if there's someone who comes by and tells me that I'm not, I'm gonna believe that. As long as I don't know who I am, I'm gonna be what other people tell me that I am. So you need to know what you are. You need to know your strengths and you need to know your weaknesses. So grab a notebook, grab a diary, and write all your strengths in there. Everything that is good about you, everything that you know you're good at. It could be anything silly, it could be anything major, it could be I'm good at cooking, I'm good at cleaning, I am good at talking to people, I am good at following instructions, I'm good at giving orders, I am good at this, I'm good at that. You know yourself now good. You know what you're good at, you know what you're not. So if someone puts you in a situation where, say you're good at gaming and there's a contest and you need to fill in for somebody, you know you're gonna put your hand up because you know you're good at it, right? Something else that also tied to this is knowing your weaknesses. You should know what you're not good at because that's equally important. If there's someone who is just gonna come into your life and say that you're not good at this, you're not good at that, and you don't know that you're not good at it, you're gonna take it personally. You're gonna think that they're just criticizing you, they're blaming you. So, no, you need to know what you're not good at. So, make another list of all your weaknesses, things you're not good at. It could be establishing boundaries, it could be saying no, it could be being rude, it could be getting impatient, it could be being short tempered. And now that you've done all that, we'll move on to next step, which is improving your weaknesses. First, you have identified all your weaknesses, and now you need to learn how to work on those weaknesses. So, for example, if your weakness is overgiving, overcaring, getting attached easily to people, you need to know why you're doing that. Why do you easily get attached to people? Are you really getting attached to people, or are you getting attached to the idea of having people, or the idea of things that they're giving to you? Now, if I am someone who is really into finding someone to love me and finding, I have all these people that I regularly crush on. Some days this person, some days that person. I should dig deep down and I should see that I don't have attachment issues. I actually lack self love. I'm actually seeking love outside of my own self. And that's when you know that you need to take care of yourself more. You need to love yourself more, right? So you just need to work on your weaknesses and you need to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Now, once you've identified this, you can work on it. Now that you've identified you lack self-love, you can do practices that help you improve your self-love. Like you can take yourself out on solo dates. You can give yourself the love you're seeking outside. Same thing goes with the problem of establishing boundaries. If you don't know how to establish them, learn how to. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say that I've got plans. Value your work, right? Moving on to the next step, which is celebrating yourself. Once you actually do this, you're going to start appreciating yourself a little more and you're going to know how to celebrate yourself. You're going to know how to be happy for yourself, right? The fourth one is body posture. Body posture is very important. You see someone slouching like this and you see someone not making eye contact, they're constantly fidgeting, you're going to know they're not confident. You will know. Now, similarly, if there's someone who walks into a room, their back is straight, their shoulders are broad, they're giving you eye contact, they're using appropriate body language, they're using their hands appropriately, you are going to know that they are a confident person before even talking to them. You're going to know that. So make sure you always have your back straight. I know it's pretty hard to do. Even I slouch my back a lot of times. But yeah, just what can you even do about it, right? Just keep reminding yourself that you need to have a straight back, because personally for me, I keep slouching and my dad always calls me like humpback camel. But I always keep reminding myself that I need to straighten it. And now I've actually got into a habit of reminding myself. So I'm getting better. Same thing with you. So after you do that, you need to make eye contact with the people you're talking to. Again, this would just symbolize that you're actually interested in talking to them, you're looking them eye to eye, and you would seem confident. So body language is also very important in your confidence. Next thing is social circle, the people you hang out with. If the people you hang out with are mostly people who put you down, or they're people who constantly, belittle you in some way or the other, stop hanging out with them. They are toxic. So you need to hang out with people who uplift you, who motivate you, who believe in you. Not people who, when you go to and say, oh, I feel really down, I don't really think I can do that, they're going to be like, yes, sweetie. I thought I would tell you a long time ago, you can't really do that. That's just impossible for you to do. Why are you even doing all this work? People who sound like this, stay away from them, because they're not really happy for you. They don't really want you to succeed, and they're not really uplifting you or motivating you to do better in your life, right? Also, people who are just not as ambitious as you are, people who don't have the drive that you have, these people are gonna take you with them. If there is someone, if your best friend, for example, is someone who's very lazy, they don't have a drive, you keep hanging out with them 24/7, you're gonna be like them, right? So hang out with people who you want to be like. The last thing you can do is staying positive and manifestation. If you've heard of manifestation, law of attraction, and stuff like that, you're gonna know that the things you put out are the things that come back in. If you are someone who is constantly thinking that I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough, I cannot have this job ever, I'm not really qualified for it, that's when I come back. This is a true story. When I was actually applying to a lot of jobs before, and whenever I used to think that this is something that I'm never gonna get anyways, like why am I even applying, and I'm just applying for the sake of it, I would never really get the job. Once I changed my mindset to, okay, this is something that I can apply to, this is the value I bring to the table, that's when I started getting interviews, and that's when I got a job. So you need to change your mindset. You need to focus on the good things. You need to focus on the positive to get some things that are positive. If you've heard of the confirmation bias, it's basically like you are looking for things that confirm your belief. So if your belief is negative, you're going to look for things that are negative in your life. So overall, you're going to be negative. So make sure you're always positive. You're always manifesting good things. You're never undermining yourself. And also, something that links to this is what you actually take in your mind. Your mind is a very big source of the information, of the thinking that you do, right? So when you think of things that are really positive, when you read a lot of good books, when you listen to news that's positive, that's related to your industry, when you follow people who are positive, who are striving every day to make the world a better place, you're gonna be someone who actually is, filled with positivity, because they are listening to all these things that's positive, that's helping them gain knowledge, versus people who are also like always listening to the radio or the news, or people died here, people died there. It's good to have current affair knowledge, but it's also good to keep yourself away from some negativity or feeling like all sorts of ways, right? Or if you're following someone who's very toxic, or if you're following someone who gives out bad advice or is shouting or screaming all the time, you don't really need that. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. These are all the tips and tricks that I had to give out. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching.